Hello there everyone and welcome to the Craft Your Life Project Kit Bewitching Rose Layering Guide video. So first up you can see that I have stamped the large image from the stamp set onto some white cardstock. I'm then going to take the first of the stencils from the coordinating stencil set and pop that into place onto the rose image. I'm going to be using the baby pink ink to add the ink through the stencil for the base. Once that's done, I can move the stencil over and I am going to be using the fuchsia ink to add in the darker shadows. Again, I'm on the first stencil here. Once that's done, I'm going to add in the flower centers to the little flowers that we have on the side. First up, I will be using the Snapdragon ink to add that in, move the stencil up and then use the marigold to add in the darker to point towards the center. Once that's done, I'm going to move on to stencil number 2 and I'm going to add in the leaves on the top part. I am using the lime to add some of the ink through the stencil. I'm using a mini blending tool to do this. Once I'm happy with the amount of ink we have on there, I'm going to move the stencil over and then add in the kind of eucalyptus leaves that we have over to the side. And for this one here, I will be using the Limeade ink. It's a lighter shade than before. I can then pop in the last layer for the rose and I'm going to be using the magenta ink to add that through the stencil using a small blending tool. I'm then going to add in the little berries that we have and I will be using the marigold ink to add those in. I'm then going to move on to the next stencil and this is going to add in the second layer to those top leaves. I will be using the fresh leaf ink to add these in. This is just going to add in a darker point to those leaves. Once that's done, we can add in the darker point to the little leaves that we coloured before, and I will be using the lime ink for that one. We're then going to add in the little flowers that we have to the side, and for this I will be using some of that Sunray ink. And I will be using it for both layers of the little petals that we have, so Sunray ink for this one too. Once that's done, we can move out this stencil and then go in for the next one. We're going to add in the leaves that we have at the bottom of the little rose. I'll be using lime for the first layer, and then I will be using the fresh leaf for the second layer, like we did before. Once that's done, we can pop these little leaves into place here. And again, I will be using the really light Limeade ink to add in that first layer or the base layer of those leaves. I can move the stencil down and then add in the second layer using the lime ink. Once that's done, here is the layering complete. We really do hope this video helps. Thank you so much for watching and we'll see you again really soon. Bye bye.